All right, so welcome to our lecture for General Anatomy and Physiology. If you have not already read this chapter, please go and read this chapter before you watch this, because this is just a PowerPoint review for the whole chapter, okay? All right, so our motivational thought of the day is everybody is different and every body is different. That is from Beverly Deal Ryder. So our learning motivation for this chapter is as follows. Have you ever messed up something on your phone and couldn't figure out how to fix it? Like maybe all of a sudden it wouldn't ring. You checked the volume, checked to make sure it wasn't on silent and so on, but you couldn't get it fixed. Ultimately, you had to go to the cell phone store and ask for help. You described what was going on, gave them your phone, and within seconds they fixed it. That's because even though you feel like you're an expert at your own phone, they are an expert in all cell phones and their features. People come to them every day with phone challenges that must be resolved, so they have a broader knowledge of the underlying workings of this device and consequently are skilled in recognizing what the challenges are and how to resolve them. The same goes for us as cosmetology professionals. Everyone has their own understanding of hair, skin, and nails, but we as the professionals have a broader and deeper understanding of all things related to hair, skin, and nails. We learn about their structure, but we have to go even deeper. We must understand the basic structure and the function of the body and its systems and how they are the foundation of the overall health of the body. You must also keep in mind that our role as service providers, we have the ability to physically touch our clients. Few careers offer that opportunity. This is an awesome responsibility. Because you physically touch your clients, you have an obligation to know how your touch affects them and how the services you'll perform affect their bones, muscles, and nerves. It is essential that you understand the basic anatomy and physiology of the human body to perform all of your services safely and effectively. Our learning objectives for this chapter: we're going to explain the importance of anatomy and physiology to cosmetologists. We're going to describe the structure and division of cells. We're going to list the 4 types of tissues in the body, explain the basic functions of the organs and body systems, outline the skeletal system structures and functions, describe the muscular system's components and supporting structures, explain the nervous system's divisions and functions, list the functions of the circulatory system's components, describe the lymphatic system's function, explain the integumentary system's function, and outline the endocrine system's organs and their function. Why study anatomy and physiology? Anatomy is also called gross anatomy, and it's the study of the human body structures, how the body parts are organized, and the science of the interconnected structures of organisms or their parts. Physiology is the study of the functions or activities performed by the body structures. Cosmetology services affect the skin, muscles, nerves, circulatory system, and bones of the head, face, neck, shoulders, arms, hands, lower legs, and feet. Hair, skin, and nail health is affected by the functions of the body systems. Continue to educate yourself and stay informed on health, wellness, and safety. Having a circle of experts as a resource is also beneficial. Cosmetologists should have a thorough understanding of anatomy and physiology because scalp manipulations, facials, manicures, and pedicures are all common cosmetology procedures and practices that rely on an understanding of human anatomy. Recognizing healthy hair, skin, and nails is an important infection control step, as identifying conditions that require referral to a healthcare professional. Remember, diagnosing or treating any illness is never within a cosmetologist's scope of practice. Working with the bones of the face and skull contributes to flattering haircuts, hairstyles, and makeup applications. In this chapter, you will learn that cells are the basic structure of all living things. Tissues are made up of cells that are organized into layers or groups. Organs are groups of tissues that perform complex structures and perform certain functions. Body systems contain organs that perform similar functions. Organisms are formed by groups of body systems, for example, the human body. Okay, so your first question that I'm going to have in your lecture, I'm going to have some of these questions hidden throughout the lecture to make sure that you guys are answering and watching these lectures, is to identify 3 cosmetology services that require a basic understanding of anatomy and physiology. This will be your first question that you answer with your review questions, okay? So cell structure and function. Cells are the basic units of all living things, right? We have talked about this ad nauseum in not only 117, but also last semester in trichology. So bacteria, plants, and animals, including human beings, all have cells. The cell is made up of the protoplasm, which is nutrients, mineral salts, and water. Most cells also include a nucleus, cytoplasm, and cell membrane. The nucleus is the specialized structure in the center of the cell. It controls the growth and reproduction of the cell. It also contains the cell's genetic material. Cytoplasm is the watery fluid that surrounds the nucleus. It provides a structure for the cell parts so that they can move freely within the cell membrane. Enzymes in the cytoplasm help digest and break down other molecules for food. The cell membrane is the thin layer of tissue that surrounds the cell. It protects the interior of the cell from its surroundings. It is semi-permeable, meaning it allows certain substances to enter the cell. Mitosis is the process of cell reproduction that occurs when a cell divides into 2 identical daughter cells. Cells require favorable conditions to grow and reproduce, including an adequate food supply, oxygen, water, suitable temperatures, and the ability to eliminate waste. Metabolism is when cells convert nutrients into energy. Anabolism is the process of simple molecules combining to form a complex molecule. Anabolism requires energy. Catabolism is the process of breaking complex molecules down into simple molecules. Catabolism releases energy. A tissue group of similar cells that perform a specific function. There are 4 types of tissue in the body: connective, epithelial, nerve, and muscle tissue. Okay, so those all perform the same function. So you have connective tissue, that's fibrous tissue that bands and supports other body tissues and organs. And epithelial tissue, which provides a covering that protects the body and is found within many parts of the body, such as skin, mucous membranes, digestive and respiratory organs, the lining of the mouth, and the lining of the heart and the glands. Nerve tissue, Nerve tissue carries messages to and from the brain and controls and coordinates all bodily functions. Muscle tissue contracts and moves various parts of the body. Organs and body systems. So organs are groups of specialized tissues that perform specific functions. Organs include the brain, heart, lungs, stomach, intestines, liver, kidneys, eyes, and skin. Body systems are also known as systems, and they are groups of organs that act together to perform one or more functions. Your circulatory system is going to control blood movement throughout the body. Digestive system breaks down food into nutrients or waste for nutrient or excretion. Your endocrine system controls hormone levels that determine growth, development, reproduction, and health of the body. Your excretory system eliminates waste, reducing the buildup of toxins. Your lymphatic system protects the body from disease by developing immunities and destroying pathogens and toxins. Your integumentary system provides a protective covering and regulates the body temperature. Your muscular system covers, shapes, and holds the skeleton system in place. Your nervous system coordinates all other body systems. Reproductive, produces offspring and differentiates males from females assigned at birth. Respiratory, makes blood and oxygen available to body structures through respiration. And skeletal, forms the physical foundation of the body, and it consists of 206 bones. All right, your skeletal system forms a physical foundation and is composed of 206 bones that vary in size and shape. Osteology is the study of bones. A joint is a connection between two or more bones. There are two types of joints: movable joints, like the elbows, knees, and hips, and immovable joints, like in the pelvis and the skull. The primary function of the skeletal system is to give the body shape and support, protect various internal structures and organs, serve as attachments for muscles and act as levers to produce body movement, help produce white and red blood cells, and store most of the body's calcium supply. The following slides are going to be diagrams that are going to show and label all of the different skeletal bones, and we will go over this more when we review in 118. Here are all your cranial bones, facial bones, neck bones, your chest and shoulder, arm and hands, leg, ankle and foot, and then we get to your muscular system. Your muscular system covers and holds the skeletal system in place and moves various body parts. Some of the muscular system's functions are mobility, circulation, respiration, digestion, stability, and posture. There are more than 650 muscles in the body, and 3 types of muscle are cardiac muscle. It's a type of striated muscle that's found only in the heart. Then you have involuntary muscles, or non-striated. They are controlled by the autonomic nervous system. They control things like breathing and digestion. And then you have voluntary muscles, which are striated, and they are muscles that we control at will. The muscle has 3 parts: the belly, the origin, and the insertion. Muscle tissue can be stimulated by massage, electric current therapy, infrared light, dry heat, like heating lamps or heating caps, moist heat, like steamers or moderately warm steam towels, nerve impulses, and chemicals. All right, these next diagrams are going to be different muscles of the body. So make sure that you study all of these diagrams. We're going to do some labeling exercises in 118. Okay, your nervous system is a well-organized body system composed of the brain, spinal cord, and nerves. It controls and coordinates all of the other body systems. The nervous system has 3 main subdivisions: autonomic, central, and peripheral. The autonomic nervous system is part of the nervous system that controls involuntary muscle action and also regulates the action of smooth muscles, glands, blood vessels, heart, and breathing. Your central nervous system controls voluntary muscle actions and consists of the brain, the spinal cord, spinal nerves, and cranial nerves. Your peripheral nervous system is the system of nerves connecting the peripheral or the outer parts of the body to the central nervous system. It has both sensory and motor nerves, and it carries impulses to and from the CNS. The brain is one of the most complex organs. It controls all of your body's functions. The cranium protects the brain. The spinal cord is the portion of the central nervous system that originates in the brain and extends down to the bottom of the spine. All right, so here we have like different kinds of nerves. We've got sensory nerves, also known as afferent nerves. They carry messages from the sense organs to the brain and spinal cord. And you have motor nerves, also known as efferent nerves. They carry impulses from the brain to the muscles or glands. Okay, your circulatory system is also known as your cardiovascular system, and it controls the body's blood circulation through the heart and blood vessels. It consists of the heart, arteries, veins, and capillaries, and they distribute the blood throughout the body. All right, so your heart is a muscular cone-shaped organ that keeps blood moving through the circulatory system. The system that carries oxygen, poor blood to the lungs for oxygenation and waste removal, then returns the blood to the heart so that oxygen-rich blood can be delivered to the system. And then you have systemic circulation, the system that carries oxygen-rich blood from the heart throughout the body. This is a diagram of the different types of vessels that you find throughout your body. Make sure you study this. And then we have just some important things about blood and its chief functions. So your blood carries water, oxygen, and food to all cells and tissues. It carries carbon dioxide and waste products that are eliminated through the lungs, skin, kidneys, and large intestine. It helps equalize the body's temperature, works with the immune system to protect the body from harmful toxins and bacteria, and it seals leaks found in injured blood vessels by forming clots. These are some diagrams that include some really important circulatory structures. The lymphatic system is an important part of the immune system, which helps defend against infection. It includes lymph nodes, thymus gland, your spleen, and lymph vessels. The lymphatic system's primary functions are to carry nourishment from blood to the body cells, defend against toxins and bacteria, and remove waste material from the body, as well as provide a suitable fluid environment for the cells. Here's a diagram of the integumentary system. And then we get to your endocrine system. It's a group of specialized glands that control the growth, development, reproduction, and health of the entire body. Types of glands are endocrine and exocrine glands, okay? These types of questions are definitely going to be on your exit exams, so make sure that you pay attention to them. All right, so some of your questions, these are your review questions that I want you to do and type in the end of this. Name and describe 2 types of nerves and how they work. List the skeletal system's primary functions. Which facial bones are most involved in cosmetology services? What are organs? And name the main body systems and their functions. What body functions or activities do the endocrine glands affect? Identify 3 cosmetology services that require a basic understanding of anatomy and physiology.